Welcome back to Seen It Before. We're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan. That's James.
And this is Weekend Update.
Yeah. Saturday, it's Saturday morning.
Live from Burn Hills. It's Seen It Before.
We're not live, though.
Yeah, I wish we were, though. That would be cool.
We only do that for the Oscars. We only do that.
It's almost live to tape.
Yeah, it's almost.
Like,
That's
pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna add in
Yeah,
we're gonna add in a bunch of graphics manually later, but it's basically live.
I do.
No, I do.
Oh, I do.
You edit the podcast. I do all the graphics, right? Isn't that what we do? Well, you cut out the raw shit.
And then I add.
And he
What
puts.
are you talking about?
And takes some raw shits, and then he.
Oh my God! All right. So
Live.
Saturday night. The SNL movie, the 90 minutes leading up to the first episode of SNL, directed by what's his face, Jason Reitman. The guy who made Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters, what was the Frozen Empire?
Yeah.
That's a poor way to.
Who's his dad, though?
His dad is the other Reitman. I forget. Ivan Reitman. I almost forgot what his first name is. I didn't want to say it. That's why I was beating around the bush there. I forgot his name.
His sister's pretty famous too, Catherine Reitman. She's in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I don't know her.
Is she Artemis?
No, she's not Artemis. She's like the snaggle Ponderosa. She's Ponderosa.
My God. That's so.
That's Jason's
That's Maureen?
sister. Yeah.
Maureen
Oh
from
my
Maureen
God.
Ponderosa, yeah.
Oh no! No.
the cat lady?
The cat lady.
Yeah, the cat lady.
Oh no, I deleted all of my prep
Oh.
Bro.
on accident.
Oh no.
Well-
Is it in your trash?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in my trash.
That's good.
Anyway, so I guess we'll just keep going with this. Actually, no.
All of my prep. All of it.
God.
It's gone.
Okay, let's get to it.
NBC makes more money playing reruns of The Tonight Show. NBC is lucky to have something as relevant as this show.
Live from Burn Hills, it's Saturday morning, baby. Bright and early, before a chili cook-off.
Yeah, I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
See, you guys keep calling it the chili cook. It's a brew fest.
I am there for the chili.
I'm
There for the
there
chili.
for the brew fest because that's why I searched for it.
Yeah, no.
And I was that. And then and you're like, does anyone else want to go? I was like, I really wish there was food there. Like, hold on, don't you worry, guys.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Ghost pepper chili. I'm gonna shit my brains out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more excited for the what. I'm excited for the Caribbean one. You were excited for the venison.
The venison
Yeah,
one, yeah.
yeah.
That one does sound good.
Yeah.
Although we just like stepped over like the vegetarian one. I'm like, fuck
I
that.
mean,
Yeah,
I'll still eat it.
Well, I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna like it.
I'm not gonna like it. We are doing Saturday night, the SNL movie, as I just said earlier, and we have our compliment sandwich. It's time for that right now. So I'll start off. So this movie is a wild, fast-paced ride through the 90 minutes leading up to the first SNL movie. And I really loved all the tension between the writers, between Lorne, between Willem Dafoe's character. It's a lot of fun. But there are a lot of these stories like interwoven into the screenplay where I wanted to see more of it. I want to see more of these stories explained, kind of fleshed out, but there really just isn't time for that in this movie. And as I'm talking about these characters and everything, there were a few standouts. So Gabriel LaBelle, is that his name?
Gabrielle LaBelle.
Gabrielle LaBelle, yeah, who played Lorne Michaels, really good. So was Corey Michael Smith as Chevy Chase and Matt Wood as John Belushi. They all were fantastic and really made it believable that this was like opening night of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. You want to go, James?
Sure. As somebody who currently works in television, but not the
same.
heyday,
Same.
not the heyday of television back then, I really appreciated the look into the chaotic, crazy nature of what went into live productions back then, because it took an army. And it's so interesting for me to see that, and I love that for it. But that exact same thing, I feel, could be a major turnoff for people who do not have experience in that world and maybe don't care so much as to what goes on into a live television production. So for that alone, I feel like it's already sort of hedging its audience with who it's going to be. So that could be bad. But similar to what Dan said, the cast, I thought, was amazing. I mean, you kind of need it with a movie about Saturday Night Live, the show that is known for its cast. You need a good actual cast to match that, and I thought just about all of them nailed it out of the park in their roles.
Nice.
Danny?
I'd probably have to agree with you there. I thought it was I like the kind of like the tension or like the chaotic nature of it. Everything's going wrong. Although I thought it was a bit unrealistic, like did all this actually happen 90 minutes before the show? And I think if you want to try to be realistic to the actual SNL story, why add in all this? Like, do you really think Gilda Radner and John Belushi were out just like hanging out at the rink at Rockefeller Center? Do you think they were actually doing that
15, 20 minutes before?
Yeah, like do you think that actually happened? Yeah. But I did like the cast was really good. Although I think the highlight for me at least was the guy who played Mike O'Donoghue with that whole monologue about the Jesus thing. That was perfect. Perfect.
Against the censor standards of practices person.
That was good. That was a good scene.
Yeah. So I looked for him in the cast and I couldn't really find him. He's way down there.
It's funny. Last night we were doing the exact same thing for Mike O'Donoghue, and he was so low on the cast list, like at over halfway through the IMDb page. Yeah. So I don't remember his name either.
It's Tommy something, but I think he's gonna go places. I like him.
Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna do our favorite SNL sketches. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So mine is 100% Celebrity Jeopardy. Lay Tits Now with Sean Connery. Oh my! It's just so fucking funny, man. Like, I don't know what it is. I honestly even forget who was playing Sean Connery. It was that funny, but like,
oh fuck, what's his name?
It was Will Ferrell was Trebek, right?
Yeah.
Daryl Hammond.
Hammond.
Yep.
Mine is going to be very niche. I don't think a lot of people would know
Sounds
it.
about right.
It's specifically I'm not even sure if it's a recurring bit. It's called the Barry Gibb Talk Show.
Yeah. I know the Barry Gibb Talk Show.
That's a recurring thing?
I believe so.
Because like whenever Justin Timberlake would come on, he would play Robin Gibb. It was like, and then like, but Jimmy Fallon, in the rare case he doesn't break character. Just like, because I still bring it up, just like living it up on the Barry Gibb Talk Show, talking about chest hair. Talk about crazy cool medallions, you know what I mean?
That is 100% you, and that is where you're.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so weird.
And then, but it's like, I will ruin you.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's mine. What about you?
Okay. I kind of have two answers. One of them is just like my personal, like it just makes me laugh so much, and it is anytime they parody Boston, especially the Casey Affleck Dunkin' Donuts sketch, where they're like, it's a fake Dunkin' Donuts commercial, and there's like the actors who are, I like my Dunkin' just like this, and then, I like my Dunkin', get it all up in you. He's just a complete masshole, and he plays it so well because he is a masshole. Yep. Plus, a lot of the SNL cast does come from Boston, so they like to poke fun at their hometown, and I love seeing it. I love anytime they just tear apart Boston. It's so good. But on a more historical significance sketch that's like impacted the most for me, Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
Just because it was Wayne's World. It was so iconic. It launched 2 different movies. It pretty much probably got Mike Myers to the point where he is to be able to bring us Shrek amongst other things. And Aerosmith was there too.
Yeah.
Also, Boys from Boston.
I mean, like anything Lonely Island is great too. So come on.
Well, you know
the music from SNL is just pretty bang on.
Oh yeah. Well, like there was that one fucking bit where like the what you say. Where they just keep fucking shooting.
Dear Sister is the name of the sketch. Yeah.
Oh, dude. And like, because I watched the whole compilation. I think it was like Best of Bill Hader or something. And then like, it was the one where Paul Rudd guest starred. And it was like the family on Thanksgiving that kisses, like makes out with each other.
Yeah.
Like full on makes out.
Yeah. Oh,
that's also a recurring thing. There's at least 2 of those that they've done. Yeah,
that
family.
And also like any Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael J. Oh my god.
I never watched them.
Good.
I stopped after
I mean,
even
Norm
before
Macdonald
Seth Meyers.
Norm Macdonald is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT at that.
I mean,
oh my
yeah,
god.
but
Well,
like-
you know, I'm a huge fan of Celebrity Jeopardy because my name in our group chat is Turd Ferguson.
Yes, it is. Let's get into the actual spoiler-filled review of Saturday Night. So, as we were saying, it's a really fast-paced movie. It starts off like literally at 10 p.m. You got Finn Wolfhard is there just like some dude on the street handing out flyers like, hey, you want to see this? Hey, you want to see that? Whatever.
Yeah.
And Lorne Michaels just chilling, just like, okay, oh no.
Yeah, he's shitting his pants.
Just 1,000-yard stare. Like that's what I see him as in this whole movie. Just like, okay.
He doesn't actually have a freak out moment in like the climax where he's like ah.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah. I guess I'm sorry it didn't work out. If you don't want to be sorry, Billy Crystal. Like, you gotta tell fucking Billy
literally.
Crystal you can't be on the show. But yeah, I like that how like it's kind of like it's a little bit of a cliche for like this type of movie. Everything's gonna go wrong. There's gonna be lots of walk and talks. Everybody's gonna be coming up to him, and you know there's gonna be like the thing like the control room's locked.
Yeah, it's like a long
And-
one shot too. Again, for most of this movie. It's great. It's really good blocking, really good staging for this movie.
I like the energy from it,
yeah.
especially right in the beginning where you're cutting back and forth between different angles of the same scene. You're over the taxi cab. You're a close up on them. You're kind of a wide shot. You're all around the place, and just a conversation between Lorne and the Page guy. I liked Dylan O'Brien was in there. He's just being Dan Aykroyd.
I thought Dan Aykroyd was hilarious in the movie. I love
Yeah.
I like the
sketch
bit
where he was like getting sexualized by all the women construction workers, and he was just so reluctantly there.
Yeah,
He's just like, huh.
honestly, I hated his character so much. But
Oh, really? That's just how he
good.
is,
It was
though.
good. No, it was good. I was like, oh god, I hate this so much. But
That's how, like I thought it was a little animated, but I'm thinking no, that's how he is. Like that's
pretty much how he is. Yeah.
Then
I'm just like,
Aykroyd.
Acorns.
How the fuck do you?
It's like every time he's on screen, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to see him. But yeah,
I think I can say anyway. The standout for me was Chevy Chase, Corey Michael Smith of
Gotham.
of the main cast members. Yeah, from Gotham, and
Gotham.
played the Riddler in Gotham. Yeah.
Oh.
Edward
Yeah.
Nygma.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we both known about him for a long time.
Yeah.
And he was my favorite in Gotham
Yeah,
too.
he was,
So
yeah.
No, he was great. I definitely liked his scene with Milton Berle with J.K. Simmons, where it's just like, which I get it. Like I get there's going to be a rivalry because that's what the show was. It was like this big shakeup for the time. You know, like thought it was so funny where it's like. Lauren is trying to explain the show. Is like, well, there's never been a show that's by the generation that grew up watching TV.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess you're right. It's
a good line.
That was 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's
so like, because
crazy.
now we're talking like, there's never been a show that was like about the kids growing up in the digital generation, the digital age, right? Yeah, is there even a show like that right now?
I'm not on cable.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not
No, it'd definitely be
broadcast.
streaming if anything.
Yeah.
Like you talk about like kids who came up in like in our generation. Is that what you're talking about? Like
Yeah, like kids like fully online, lived an entire like they grew up
I
with
don't
the
think-
internet.
yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
Yeah, we're still a couple years away.
2002, 2003, maybe.
I mean,
would
I can
probably.
think of a movie, fully Gen Z movie.
I mean-
Yeah,
that's-
but maybe 8th grade.
I was thinking Please Don't Destroy, which is an SNL movie.
What about Bottoms?
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was
Bottoms is a good example.
Yeah, that's Gen Z.
Which Rachel Sennat's in this movie. So.
That's the one thing I did not expect in this movie. That was
Yeah.
not on my list.
So you saw a little bit of it. You think it was his? You think it was his?
No. But like, I was like, wow, it's usually Willem Dafoe. I'm expecting to drop dong, not
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
And Willem Dafoe could have backed up the 11 inches.
From what I hear,
Oh, you want to see?
I saw Antichrist. I don't want to see any more of that. Especially, that one scene where like,
Yes.
yeah, you know. Anyway, but I guess we were talking about Chevy Chase. I liked his actor. I liked his performance and everything. With the writing, and this is kind of like a regular example of like, or for the rest of the movie where it's like, it feels like you just kind of have to know the history of SNL to understand what's happening. Because anybody who knows anything about SNL will be like this scene where he gets tapped by one of the was it Willem Dafoe? He's like Johnny Carson's not going to be around for a while. That was because Chevy Chase I think left after the first season, and he was definitely like instant star, kind of a
He was
Hugh Jackman
considered
type
the
thing.
big breakaway, of that first season.
Which I don't really think he had that great of a career afterward. Because
I mean,
think of him,
that one scene.
I think of him more as just the National Lampoon's Vacation guy.
I was about to say National Lampoon. I mean, that was a pretty big series. I mean, there's at least 3 vacation movies that he was in that were huge hits in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah,
there's Vacation, there's Christmas Vacation. I think there's a third one as well.
There's Vegas. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, Vegas Vacation.
You're talking about that scene with Chevy and the writer, right? Like that writer, where it's saying like how your career is going to go and how it's like, oh, you're famous for this one thing, and then you're basically going to like,
then you're going to self-medicate and
like,
that stuff.
Wow, that's
He's like, oh, I can't wait.
yeah. I'm like, okay,
Well, she's still alive, so we don't know how he's going to die.
yeah.
They could have gotten it right.
Yeah, but I feel like, and anybody who knows anything about Chevy Chase, he's just a notorious asshole.
Yes.
Just,
Hard to work with.
yes. And we saw that with John Belushi. Although, they didn't really exactly paint who the bad guy was.
Yeah.
In that, John Belushi was just kind of upset the whole time. And then, Chevy Chase has a smart mouth. And like, that was just the thing. And they just had a fight in the dressing room or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, after SNL and the vacation movies, and then nothing, and then Community. Like I don't know anything in between that he did. Is it anything of note?
There's significant 90s, 2000s stuff that he did.
I'll
No.
do some research. You guys keep talking.
I really only know Chevy from Vacation and Community, plus the little bit of SNL that he was on.
Which he's good. I like him.
Yeah, he's a funny guy for sure.
I just know Bill Murray way more.
Yeah.
And I feel like I might have known John Belushi if he didn't die so young.
What's interesting is Bill Murray is also kind of notoriously called an asshole on set.
Well, yeah, I heard.
Chevy Chase.
Didn't they have a rivalry too between Chevy Chase and Bill Murray? Or
I feel a lot of big personalities are usually butting heads like that. So get anybody like that in a room together, you're gonna have some conflict probably.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like 2 people vying for the top comedy spot, kind of.
Which is funny because they're not even, in my opinion, not even close to the top 10.
There's not a whole hell of a lot in the 90s that he did. I mean, there's some stuff in a lot of TV in the 2000s. Yeah, he really didn't do too much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Just not a lot.
Yeah. But this movie needs a little more focus. Because you were bringing up, there's a lot of different plot lines. You have the Chevy Chase Milton Berle thing. You have the Chevy Chase John Belushi rivalry. You have John Belushi not wanting to wear the fucking bee outfit. You have the little Lauren and Rachel. I don't know her name.
Yeah.
I don't remember the character's name.
His wife.
Yeah.
Like
quote unquote.
What's going on there? They kind of tease that. Like, does he love her? Does he not? And does he's just a sick puppy or some shit like that?
It's like, okay, yeah, they mentioned like one thing about like when he was a kid and lost his parents and they took him in, but like,
yeah, which I feel like that would have been a good kind of structure
break point. Like you just kind of like
a North Star for the whole movie.
Yeah,
Something you come back to, you watch the development of this thing,
but
instead of having all this little tiny bits thrown all over the place. You got the guy with the bricks. You got the Lamorne Morris. What's his name? Garrett.
I just remember Garrett.
Yeah, Gary. Which was he the guy who played the first version of Ant-Man? Like I remember that being a thing.
I don't know.
Because the first live action Ant-Man was in SNL. Yeah. Then you have the Gilda Radner thing, and then like the Billy Crystal thing. It's so much going on.
Crowded. It's very crowded.
Mm-hmm. I would almost like it if. Well, you got to cut like how the whole movie. That's the thing they kept coming back to. What are we going to cut? What are we going to cut? And like it just didn't feel totally mixed in together. Because the only one that really was really concerned of are we going to get cut is the Billy Crystal thing. One thing you definitely could have cut out is grabbing the writer from the bar.
Yeah.
Nah, you wouldn't got the Brad Garrett scene.
Oh, I love Brad Garrett.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like shitting all over Big Eddie from Silicon Valley. And then meanwhile, he's like, you want a job? And he's like, wait, what? He's like, you're poaching me?
Yeah.
He's like trying desperately to get it back. No, you won't go shit. Immediately 180.
I was going to take you to Reno.
Oh, yeah. Big prospect.
Right.
Oh my god!
I still because Everybody Loves Raymond might be my favorite sitcom ever, but I still do the no. I still do that.
I thought it was How I Met Your Mother.
If it didn't end that way, it's the last 2 episodes.
Or Community.
No,
or
Community drops hard after season 3.
I mean, yeah,
consistently
yeah, 'cause that's
hard.
what Donald
But
Glover leaves.
it picks up a little.
Not really.
I mean, like it starts here, it goes down to here, and then it like ends maybe here.
Well, the magic is gone once you start losing any cast member.
Yeah.
Like Chevy's gone after season 3.
fine.
And while he was definitely not my favorite character, the dynamic was just all fucked up without him.
And then Donald Glover left after season 4.
Yeah, then after Donald Glover left, we're screwed. Like the whole show off a cliff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what else can we really say about?
oh, speaking of ratings, J.K. Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
He had a 97% share on the U.S. market. As a TV person that follows ratings, that's kind of my jaw just
crazy. Yeah, I don't know how you do
Yeah.
that.
97%.
We're watching that fucking
Mate,
whatever
they're-
the fuck that was.
Meanwhile, our
To
current
be
like ratings,
fair-
we're like lucky if we got 2%. That's a good day for
Yeah,
us.
it's-
2%.
97.
To be fair, there were only like 3 channels back then.
True.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, everyone had basic
On
cable.
broadcast TV,
Yeah.
at least,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Because this was what channel?
Basic cable. There wasn't cable.
Is CBS?
This was
I think
over the air
it's-
broadcast only back
Was it
then.
CBS?
NBC.
NBC, duh.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah, Peacock.
Peacock, right, duh. Jesus Christ. Johnny
We're
Carson.
more like
Yeah.
an emu, actually.
Oh my God.
He's my favorite character. Like, he does not get enough credit. Like,
I liked him. He was witty.
yeah.
Yeah. Mike O'Donnell.
Oh, Mike O'Donnell, yeah.
He was just, I don't know.
Well,
Was so. I'm trying to think. Is he the guy who left and started National Lampoons?
No clue.
Because I watched this movie, and this is, anybody who's a hardcore comedy fan is just going to shit all over me. I watched this documentary. It's like, it was like this really weird title, but it was all about National Lampoons, the magazine, and how it kind of grew. It was like the second wing to SNL. It was like related, but it was like the other, like the little brother, right?
From Boston.
Oh, it's from Boston?
I believe it's
I didn't know.
Harvard. It started at Harvard.
Oh, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, so like I didn't know if it like because Mike O'Donnell, that guy seems kind of like he would be the one to go off and do that. It was like this guy. It was like this old guy. He looked like he wouldn't be like a funny guy. He was fucking hilarious. And
old now or old?
he's old. Well, he was in the thing. It's like a futile and stupid gesture, I think was the title of the movie.
I know the movie you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had it on my wish list. A futile and stupid gesture. Yeah.
It's got Will
Forte is in it.
Yeah. Oh, it's Doug. Doug something. They just call him Modern Doug. Oh, it's not even. Okay. So the actor playing him in the movie is not even Doug, whatever his name is.
Okay.
Doug, what's his name?
I feel so bad because I know nothing about the names and
You know
stuff.
nothing.
But it's National Lampoon, so I don't know.
My SNL history is not great,
Okay.
but I used to like read up about it. Especially my ex loved Saturday Night Live and all things NBC, so I would get that from her back in college. I believe a lot of this stuff did happen, but just it's being presented in a way overly dramatized.
Yeah,
You know,
way too
Hollywood.
condensed. I bet you it happened
but,
over
like,
the
I think
first season.
Most beats from the movie, like the fire or not going live until the second you went live, like knowing if you were going to or not. I'm pretty
With
sure a
no
lot
backup,
of that, was,
that would make sense.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was fairly real, just again overly dramatized for the movie.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
Right.
You'd have a boring movie if it was real life.
The thing is, I totally buy that Johnny Carson call. I
Yeah.
totally buy that he
Yeah.
called him. He's like, you're gonna fucking fail.
Yeah. No,
mommy and daddy are having an argument.
As the Polaroid thing is going on.
yeah. Why did John get pissed about the camera thing?
So
Like, what was that whole
'cause
thing?
You don't want.
He's a sellout. He doesn't want to be a sellout.
Yeah, that you'd be a sellout if you're like gonna be like doing
Schlepping
ads
products
for
on your show. Yeah. It was really just he
Oh,
didn't
he was
want
going to advertise.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
wanted
I totally
it
missed it.
advertised
I totally
in
missed
the
it.
show.
Yeah. They
don't
Instead of
want
like
that.
just commercials, they wanted it in the show as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like they said, they were not selling advertisements. They were like giving them away. So
Yeah.
they needed to put it in the show if they wanted to make any money. That's why
Gotcha.
Dick, the EP, was like, we need this, and
Which-
the
I
cast
mean,
was like, no.
Honestly, I don't blame the guy.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean? You gotta.
he was in a rock and a hard place, that guy. He was
Yeah.
trying to do right by both people on his shoulders.
And it's like that's a good kind of writing bit, if that actually happened, or like, you know, whatever. But his whole like kind of blowout with him and with Lauren in the stairwell was just like, why do you think they gave us a fucking chance? Because it's such a stupid thing to do.
Yeah,
that like
you don't even know what the show is.
Yeah, he's like, you can't even tell me what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and then he still doesn't exactly explain what the show. Like, just call it a sketch comedy show. Or at the time,
nobody wants to buy that. That's probably why he didn't say what it was, because nobody's going to buy it. That's going to be a show that people are going to want to watch at 11:30 on a Saturday.
Well, I mean, he's trying to like soliloquy it. You know, he's trying to make it poetic. I'm like, dude, just say there's a new generation of kids that are watching TV. Let's make a show for them.
Yeah,
it's that simple. Anyway, but
oh god, standards and practices that woman.
Oh, she was so funny.
What's a golden shower?
Oh, I have tons of golden showers every
like once a day, man.
Yeah.
Sign off on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
and then poor Jim Henson.
Which
and
Nicholas Braun played two. He played Andy Kaufman and
he did both.
Yeah, it was him both times. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
He looks the same now that I think about it.
She's like, he finally gets the page. He's like, oh no. It's like 2 seconds to air. Oh, this is awful.
He was so cute though, Jim Henson. He's
Yeah.
like, I believe that puppetry has a space in adult television. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Which
I believe you.
Okay, I'm hearing him out. Like, I know Jim Henson is the guy, but he didn't ever do anything adult other than what, The Dark Crystal, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, A Muppet's Christmas Carol is a little dark, but I'm not even sure if he did that.
He hung Big Bird for the rafters.
No.
But yeah, I loved, what's his fucking name? The guy from the Americans. He played George Carlin.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know the actor's name, but
forget
he
his
was really good.
Like,
George Carlin's.
Yeah. I'm just like, dude, like, because like everyone when I was hearing that show was on, like the people were like saying, where is this guy's Emmy? He's like going to be the next big actor. He's so fucking good. And this dude disappeared into Carlin. I'm like, yo, that's Carlin. It was fucking weird.
I mean, just like the guy who played John Belushi disappeared in that role.
Yeah.
Too. I think that is John Belushi.
Yeah.
100%.
It's funny because I know Jim Belushi more.
Yeah.
According to Jim.
All right. Any last thoughts on the movie, guys?
Not on the movie, but on Jason Reitman. At the beginning, you said he's known for Ghostbusters.
Absolutely.
I'd really like to clarify, yes, that he is known for much better things than
I know,
Ghostbusters.
but that's all I know him as.
Amongst Juno, did it win? I think it was nominated for Best Picture, but I don't think it won.
It won screenplay.
Screenplay, yeah.
Because Diablo Cody took that and then did, because I did a deep dive on Jennifer's Bodies. I watched it for Halloween and stuff. Really good movie. But I wanted to know like the deeper stuff about it. And she took that Oscar win to make Jennifer's Body because it was a critical and financial failure.
Yeah.
But she's like, it was a passion project and I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I know it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jason Reitman, Juno, also did Up in the Air, but Juno, I think, that's what he should be known for.
Yeah, I didn't do
Ghostbusters.
I didn't do a deep dive on him, so I
I know him actually more as, and I still don't know if it's a bit or not, but in Juno, there's a behind the scenes like freak out video between him and, oh my God, Rainn Wilson. And they're just fucking arguing back and forth. He's like, no, Jason, I want to deliver it this way or some shit like that. And like, they're like getting a whole argument and I don't know if it's a bit or not.
No clue.
probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Well, because there was a bit like that with where Jonah Hill pranked Michael Cera on the Superbad thing, where he had this really bad interviewer, and he's just like, "What the fuck? Why are you?" Or no, maybe it was the other way around. Everyone was just like calling Jonah Hill. It's like, "You're fat." He's like, "Thanks. You want to talk about the movie now?"
I think this movie, it's rewatchable for sure if you want to watch a chaotic movie in the background while you're chaotically cleaning your living room.
I'm trying to think of like what movie this reminds me of.
A little bit of Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman. That's probably it. And then, or that one episode of It's Always Sunny.
Yeah,
Charlie Work.
Yeah,
Charlie Work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, Matt Jackman could have been involved in this movie. That would have been great. Anyway, I'm probably gonna give this movie a 81. It's good. It's a good movie. Probably not going to go back to it as much as some other movies, I guess, though.
I say I give this movie, I want to say like an 86 or 87. I quite enjoyed it. I loved the chaoticness of it, especially seeing, the background of getting a television show to air. But it definitely does seem like a movie for a niche audience. It's probably not for everybody to watch, I'd say. So unless you love SNL or you love television history, probably can skip this one. But I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's why it's a low budget movie, probably. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I like what you're saying about how like the experience of putting a TV show on air. Because like we come up we work in the industry now, and it really sanitized compared to
Back then.
it's so we have it all figured out and everything's mechanical, and we're just like, other than certain when reporters don't get in their packages on time. And I like the whole realism in that fact. Like I liked watching looking like the control room, and like it's so funny because it's like it's the same technology we use today.
But like back then, it was one person had one job. They had one specific thing. That's what they did. That was their specialty. Now it is one
everything.
person doing 10 people's jobs at once because everything's just been so condensed, jam packed. I envy the time of television back then. I really love to see it and would have loved to have been involved in it back then, because that is, that's, I think, what a lot of us dream of and idolize when we want to do like a great production, a big production. That's our thought. What we get is not even a fraction of what we saw in that movie nowadays.
Like literally, I have 4 jobs. That is my job title.
Yeah.
So and
it's just an umbrella. Yeah, I'm not gonna come back to it. I don't think I liked it. It's fine. I give it like a 75.
Yeah.
For the year that
For the
SNL
year it came
started.
out. Hell yeah. All right. Well, now we're doing blind rankings again.
Blind rankings.
That went off really well with some of our
it
viewers.
did.
So, some well and some not.
There's a lot of argument, and that's what we like, because we want to hear your opinions.
Yes, exactly. All right, Danny. So we're going to do SNL cast members, correct? So me and James are going to each guess 10 of them and do blind rankings?
Yes,
Or-
10 each, and I did, since James kind of knows, oh no, these are backwards. Since James knows more of the older generations, or more of SNL in general, I'm going to give you the list that has more of those names.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, yeah.
All right, so start with James.
Okay, so James, so it's 1 through 10. Where would you rank Adam Sandler?
Oh boy, starting with Adam Sandler is tough because I love Adam.
I have basically all the heavyweights on here.
Oh boy. See, I almost want to think I want to give him the top spot right away. I grew up on Adam Sandler's movies.
It's your opinion, man.
But is he the best SNL cast member? I think I'm going to go with 3 for Adam Sandler. 3rd.
Okay, 3.
Yep.
Bill Hader.
Gosh, so hard. This is so hard already. Bill Hader. I'm going to go 4 for Bill Hader. I love him. But
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, I don't have as much history with him outside of Shrek and some of his other 80 comedies. I'm going to put him, let's say 6th.
6. Eddie Murphy at 6.
Yeah.
Oof, you're going to get mad. You're going to get yelled at for that one. Gilda Radner.
Yeah, I don't really know anything of Gilda Radner.
She's only in the first few seasons,
Yeah.
but she was like the other breakout hit. Or like everyone's like, you're going to be a fucking star next to Chevy Chase.
died.
And then she died, yeah.
Just because I personally don't know her too well, I'm going to give her the 10th spot.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
What about Will Forte?
Oh, Will Forte. I have such a personal love for him, but he's definitely more of a background character. But I love him on How I Met Your Mother as Randy.
Yeah.
He's
This
so
happens
funny
every
as
time I get an
Randy.
erection. I am so sorry.
Oh, he's so good. But
Warmpus.
his time on SNL wasn't as impactful as a lot of the others. I think I'm going to give him 8.
Okay. Then what do we got for Kristen Wiig?
Oh, Kristen Wiig. She is an absolute legend in SNL, especially her solo work. I'm going to give her
Legend.
5.
5. Okay. Chris Farley.
Oh, Chris Farley. This quote gets thrown around all the time in my work. You gotta live in a van down by the river.
That was almost my pick.
That quote lives in my head so rent-free. He is also a classic. But I'm going to have to give him... I wish I knew who was coming up next on this list, but I'm going to give him 7th.
Oh, boy, you're going to get shit the fuck on.
Yo. Well, the next one would be John Belushi. Oh, man.
Man, I'm going to get roasted. I am giving John 9th.
Oh, my
my
God.
Oh, and I saved my top 2 for... there's 2 left, right? 1 and 2?
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Which, okay, I can agree with one of these being one.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Oh, church lady. That's one of, lesser recognized beyond Wayne's World. I love his church lady. God,
who would be number
who's
one?
number one here?
Number one, that's
I'm
fine.
going to give Dana number 2.
Okay. And the last one, I think we can agree maybe Will Ferrell.
Oh.
No?
He hates
Oh,
Will
I hate
Ferrell.
You don't like Will Ferrell? Oh, boy. Oh, no. Well, he's number one.
Boy.
I hate Will Ferrell.
That's how it works.
No.
So out of everybody, who would be your number one out of all of them?
Now that I know now, I probably would have given it to Adam Sandler.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Well, okay, so he's close.
I would have given Adam Sandler my number 1. But,
All right, I'm ready.
right.
I'm ready, boy.
I will say with Will Ferrell, while I do not like him personally, some of his best work I think was on Saturday Night Live, especially Celebrity Jeopardy. So
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
For that
Which he's
alone-
ironically the straight man in that. Like, you never see
for
him be in
once,
that.
Like
Yeah.
he's I love his Alex Trebek. So for that alone, that's why I'll say sure he could get number 1 because Alex Trebek on SNL, hilarious. The whole time.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First ranking. Kate McKinnon.
4.
4.
Big fan of Kate McKinnon.
Okay. How about Andy Samberg?
2.
Okay.
Love Andy Samberg.
I can't. Okay.
I can't.
I can't add. Chris Rock.
7.
Oh my God. 7 for Chris Rock?
Oh, I mean,
I'm not a big fan.
Chris.
I'm
my
not a big fan of Chris Rock. I'm not a big fan.
Oh man. I'm a fan of him. I like him.
But everybody hates.
Oh, everybody hates Chris. Yeah.
See? Everybody gets it.
Oh, I hate Chris Temporino.
All right.
Molly Shannon. I bet you don't even know who she is.
Oh,
Nope.
damn it. I know Molly Shannon. She's from the cheerleader skit with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Oh. 8.
Yeah. Okay. Dan Aykroyd.
On SNL, he is pretty good. 5.
5. Okay. And Chevy Chase.
Chevy. I mean, he's only on 1 season. I mean,
But he was a breakout star.
6.
Worse than Dan Aykroyd. Okay. Bill Murray.
Ooh, Bill Murray.
Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah.
3.
3. Okay, I can agree with that one. Mike Myers.
I don't know who else on this list. Oh boy.
There's 2 left after him.
So I got 1, 10, and 9, right?
Yep.
Oh boy. Let's put him at 9. Let's put him at 9. I know.
Oh my God.
I know. I want to see who else is
You
left.
better hope this next one is an easy 1 or 10.
I'm really hoping.
I don't really think it is. I think it's middle of the pack for
Oh
both.
fuck.
I think we both learned to have, just give the top spots immediately.
Yeah,
so
like-
we're not-
All right.
Tina Fey.
Oh, I like Tina.
Yeah. Is she
Sure, well,
1
yeah.
or 10?
Well, she's at 1. She's at 1.
She's
Oh,
1.
who is this last?
It'd be Amy Poehler.
10.
Oh,
You don't like Amy Poehler?
I like her, but that's all I have.
I
left.
like her better
So,
as Leslie Knope.
I mean,
If I had to choose, though, my number 1 would be Andy Samberg out of those.
Okay, so 2 isn't far
so
off.
2 isn't far off.
It'd be same for me, Andy Samberg.
I love
Yeah.
Andy. I love him. Well, I think we're wrapping up this episode here. So we're Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with the handle at Seen It Beforecast. That's SCENE It Beforecast. And you can find me on Letterboxd with DonutMan96.
I'm Danny. You can find me at Instagram at Danny_Was, my letterbox and serialized at DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was.
I'm James. You can find me on Letterboxd at James81XA, and that's it.
All right. Cool. We're not gonna find you anywhere else.
No, please don't.
Please don't find me. Please
Yeah,
don't.
not a lot of guests they don't want to be found.
I wonder why. So they can't get in your DMs and shit on you for your
for
SNL
putting
rankings.
John Belushi down. Chris Farley at 7. No.
Yeah, I kind of regret putting Chris Rock at 7, but you know what? Whatever.
Chris fucking Rock.
It's fine.
Chris Farley at 7, man.
And Will Ferrell at 1.
Will Ferrell. Well, I think he does deserve maybe
I
one.
think a lot of people do think it. I'm in the minority, but I'm not a Will Ferrell fan.
All right. Our next film. We're going back into the horror genre here for the end of October. We got Smile 2. So I'm excited for this one because I am a big fan of the first Smile. It's just, it follows, but better. So, I don't know.
We're going to have a debate.
I mean,
I didn't.
All right,
I hated
quick
It Follows.
okay, you hated It Follows. Okay.
I thought it was so boring and slow, and like I get it. You know, it's an STD disease ghost thing that chases you. But even though people say it's not about that, it's about that.
Yeah, Smile 2 I think is done better though, at least.
It's more actiony. I'll give it that.
more actiony. Hey, and plus Smile 2 filmed in Albany. So,
good.
here we
Yeah,
go.
cool.
Yeah.
But It Follows should have been the sequel named to It for It Too.
Well, they do have a sequel coming out called
good.
They Follow. That's going to be coming out in 2026, I think. But yeah, it's yeah.
Isn't it like 10 years after the first one?
Yeah, at least 10 years, maybe more. So, until then, we'll see you next time.